Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Blog. We are Monday, February the 8th, 2016 and Happy New Year, New Chinese Year. We are entering the year of the best girl. I mean the monkey, obviously. Boy, that was a weak attempt at a joke that I've been preparing for like the whole start of the year, basically since I've learned that 2016 would be the end of the year of the monkey. So yeah, I didn't know what I would be able to say today, but as you can see, my eyes are pretty red. It's not because it's 6 a.m. though, I slept through the whole evening just to wake up and see a big announcement. BRYAN put an end to his career. BRYAN is probably the recipient of the luckiest WrestleMania moment. I'm fairly sure that his WrestleMania moment 2 years ago, when he won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, was totally done to spite CM Punk, because BRYAN faced Triple H when originally it was CM Punk who was planned to face Triple H, and I'm fairly sure that CM Punk would have never gone on to the main event. You know, it was going to be Batista versus Randy Orton, and no BRYAN. But still, BRYAN is a man I've rooted for a long time. When he had been announced in NXT, everyone on the internet was like, wow, BRYAN in the WWE, and I was like, who is that guy? So I looked some of his stuff on the internet, and besides the few WWE promotional videos, because I was a big mark, so obviously I didn't know that his name was on the indie circuit was Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. So when I started looking up stuff under his real name, I saw that, god damn, that's a pure gem, you know. I was gutted when he was ousted from the first season of NXT, but then he came back with the Nexus, and that was really good, and then he was gone as fast as he came, you know, for choking out Justin Roberts. When, during his career, he stomped out Cesaro's head while holding his arm. So, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Maybe that was too violent for WWE TV, I guess. Especially that since Justin Roberts never was and is probably never going to be an active wrestler. But yeah, that made me very sad. I, like most people, first thought it would be a work, you know, like Mark Henry two or 3 years ago was the greatest thing I had seen in WWE, that swerve. That was great, and I thought that it would be something like that, except I don't see BRYAN turning heel on the night he announces his retirement. He probably sent out messages to his pals in the business, so that everyone would know that it's not a work, because everyone sent messages to say thank you BRYAN, and really we're thankful, we are grateful for him and for the stuff that he's done over the past few years. Team Hell No, that was just great stuff all around. Among the most entertaining things Kane has done in his run in the WWE. But basically, you know, his whole career was like, he's so good, why isn't he on top? And then he's on top and everyone's so happy. And then, you know, he gets injured, and that's terrible, and you're like, god damn it, can't we have just nice things? No? Huh? Well, okay, I guess. Yeah. I won't hide it. I cried a bit during his announcement because it was really tough. I was like, he was cracking jokes, and then it got a little bit tougher to watch when he mentioned that night in 2013 that is known for the faces CM Punk made when they were talking about Triple H being so great. And he said that his dad, who died I think around the month of WrestleMania 30, was there, and he heard everyone in the arena chant Daniel Bryan. And that's something that is tough to say even right now. I mean, I would be sadder if the future wasn't looking that bright. You know, NXT is really looking great. Even though Finn Balor is apparently injured, so he's going to drop his title, but to whom, huh? I mean, yeah. When CM Punk left, I wasn't sure that it would be so good because, nobody from NXT would come up and have a successful run besides the Shield. And even then, the Shield were going already, they weren't going to be stale, but you knew that, well, I mean, it's always the same formula. The Shield beats up a dude, and then he doesn't get off, he gets with other dudes, and they're not a team, and they get destroyed by the Shield, and Roman Reigns has wonderful spears. It doesn't really have them now anymore. What happened? They have the triple power bomb, which is essentially a normal power bomb, but because they're pushing, Dean and Seth were pushing, well, it's somehow the force, the strength of the three guys. But yeah, when Punk went to the UFC, well, when he left the WWE, I was like, at least we have Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan wasn't going anywhere because apparently they didn't see what he had in him. And something that was very, very heartwarming was that the first thing I saw when I went on Twitter and was scrolling in the hashtag Thank You Daniel Bryan was that tweet from Triple H who said, "You were always an A+ to me," and I was like, thanks H, that's really great of you, because Triple H is, the dude who's known for saying, yeah, he's a B+ player, and you're like, ha, fuck you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Triple H is among the dudes, among the people backstage who believe the most in Daniel Bryan. I'm glad that he got a send-off like that, with basically everyone just really, just saying that, well, he's a great dude. Some things, I noticed during the celebration was Kevin Owens wearing a New Day shirt, and Jericho wearing a Social Outcast shirt. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's really great from them. A couple people I've seen doing that were CM Punk and Cesaro, wearing not their shirt on air. That's something that's rare enough to be mentioned. And the retirement, Ric Flair's retirement, in hindsight, wasn't that great because then he went on to wrestle with TNA. What a joke that was, especially when they made AJ Styles wear his robe, and then the gay community. Well, he didn't say it like that. The gay community. I thought that was a helicopter, but that's just a train. Yeah. But knowing that Daniel Bryan definitely isn't going to wrestle anymore because not his age, he's like 34. There are guys much older than him. John Cena is like 38 or 39. AJ Styles, the same. Sheamus, Kane, who might be still wrestling here and there. Most guys who are now higher, who are upcoming, you know, the young generation, they are around Daniel Bryan's age, with so maybe 5 years younger, and that's a generation that has huge shoes to fill. But given their reactions on greater events, I'm fairly sure that won't be a problem for them. Guys like Daniel Bryan were something rare in our time. Well, in our time, in the last 5 or 10 years, I'm fairly sure. Well, I mean, mainstream wrestling. I'm fairly sure that in the years to come, it's going to be much more prevalent than the usual big guys. Yeah. So to close off on that, my skin is still very irritated, even though I noticed that having sneeze on my hand, that's really disgusting. But you know, sneeze is basically a mix of water and mucus, and it kind of regenerated my skin. So I'm not going to sneeze on my hands every time I want to do a little treatment, but I know that at least it's a lack of water, you know, of hydration. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. I'm done crying right now. Bye bye, and Happy New Year, Year of the Monkey. Started off with a bang apparently in China, in Hong Kong. That's really goodbye.